Americans spent over 16 billion US dollars on plastic surgery in 2016. This is according to the American Society of Plastic Surgery. More and more people are getting plastic surgery to enhance features about their bodies that they do not like, or to completely change features that they are not okay with. This is a discussion that needs to be had. And that's why this week I'm discussing the true cost of plastic surgery. If you are interested in learning more, like the video and subscribe if you have not already done so. Future millionaires, and thank you so much for staying. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Now, firstly, before we go any further with the discussion, I want you to tell me in the comment section if you've ever thought about doing plastic surgery, and if yes, which procedure. If you have never thought about doing plastic surgery, tell me in the comment section also, and tell me why. For me personally, no, I've never thought about doing plastic surgery because I think I look amazing. And probably even if I didn't look amazing, I would still think I look amazing because I'm kind of very confident. Not to say that persons who want to do plastic surgery are not confident. As I said before, persons do plastic surgery for different reasons. Now, before I go into the main discussion, I want to discuss something that you need to be aware of. And that is a mental illness that is called body dysmorphia. Body dysmorphia is a mental illness, as I said before, that causes persons to believe that they have flaws that are only flaws to them. So if you look at them, you'll say, no man, your tummy is flat, but they will think that they have a protruding tummy. And so those persons tend to do multiple surgery because they're fixing flaws that are not actually there. So if you're thinking about getting plastic surgery, ensure that you see a psychiatrist or a psychologist, or it should be a psychologist, before doing it, to ensure that you are not suffering from any mental illnesses and that you are okay. All right. So the cost of plastic surgery can vary based on a variety of reasons. And one of the main reasons is the location that you choose to do your plastic surgery. So most persons from the Caribbean tend to do their surgeries in the Dominican Republic because of the cost factor. It is significantly cheaper than first world countries like the US or the UK. Even persons who are living in the US and the UK will leave and come to the Caribbean to do their plastic surgery because it is cheaper. The second reason is the surgeon. Obviously, if you're going to a top-name doctor, then it's going to cost you more than going to another doctor. Or if the plastic surgeon has 20 years of experience versus another plastic surgeon who has 5 years of experience, then the cost is also going to vary. Additionally, for the persons who want implants, the cost increases if you want implants. So for example, let's look at the breast augmentation. So breast augmentation is basically changing the size and shape of the breasts. So if it is that you have really big breasts, say a D cup, and you want to reduce to a B cup, then that surgery will cost you less than for someone who is a C cup who wants to do implants with, say, 800 cc's. So that is another one of the reasons why plastic surgery costs vary. So we're going to look at the individual procedures now and how they vary in cost. So I tried to reach out to a company in Dominican Republic to get their costing, and I'll show you on the screen the process to do that. So you basically go onto their website, fill out form, and then they will reach out back to you asking you for photos of your body and so on. Because as I say, obviously if you weigh 300 pounds and you're trying to reduce your waist to that of somebody who weighs 100 pounds. Obviously that is going to cost you significantly more than, say, someone who weighs 200 pounds who is trying to reduce their waist to someone who is 150 pounds, if you get what I'm saying. So let's talk about the individual procedures now and what they cost. I'm looking at 5 procedures today, and I'm starting with breast augmentation. Sidebar, am I the only one who finds watching plastic surgery videos horrifying? I mean, especially the tummy tuck. It's like, I hate to see it when they're pushing that thing. I was going to insert some videos, but I don't know if that will be too traumatic for the audience, so I decided against doing that. So firstly, we're talking now about the breast augmentation, and obviously that is changing the size of your breasts, whether you're doing a reduction or you are increasing for the persons who are, say, A cup or B cup. So I'm going to insert a picture on the left of the screen of what the results will look like if you do a breast augmentation. And I'm quoting prices from Dr. Miami, who is a famous plastic surgeon. So I think the figures might be somewhere closer to the high/mid-range prices, so you'll have a better idea of what it will cost. Remember, I said before, it's different with every doctor based on location, years of experience, and so on. The breast augmentation generally can run you about, well, the starting point is about $6,500. However, there are different types of breast procedures, as I said before. So if it is that you're doing a breast lift with implants, and you know that there are 2 types of implants, there is the saline solution and there is silicone, then if you're going to do that, it can run you up to $10,000. However, if you are doing a mastopexy, which is just the breast lift, that will cost a little less at about $6,000. So the second procedure that we're talking about is liposuction. Liposuction is a procedure that is used to remove unwanted fat from different areas of the body. Now, generally when persons talk about liposuction, we think about the abdominal area. However, it's not just the abdominal area that liposuction is done on. It can be done all over the body, to include areas like the chin, the back. Some persons have fat on their back. I don't know if it's called a flank. I'm not sure. You can correct me if I'm incorrect. Yeah, but they do that surgery to remove excessive fat. The chin is a very popular one. So ladies, similar to how we use makeup and we normally draw a line on our nose going up to the forehead, we highlight this portion, and make this portion darker. That's what liposuction on the face is used to, you know, contour the face or the body if you're doing it on another body part. Based on what I just said about it being able to be done all over the body, obviously it's going to vary in cost depending on the area of the body, because obviously the abdomen is a way bigger area than, say, the chin. So let us look at how much it actually costs. So based on my research, liposuction can cost approximately, well, anywhere between $2,500 and $4,000. I saw also where some surgeon, I don't know if it's the Groupon of surgery, but they gave this discount where, for example, if you were doing another surgery, then they would give you each area that you want to do liposuction on for $750. I'm not really entirely sure how all of this works, but if you really decide to do it, I just want to encourage you to be very, very, very careful. Remember that there's a high risk of infection with invasive procedures such as plastic surgery, and you can develop a serious infection and even lose a limb or your life if you choose to do this. So if you want to do this, ensure that you're doing your research. I'm just giving you the figures, okay? So the third procedure that we're looking at is rhinoplasty, and that is what persons call a nose job. So for the persons who are not pleased with how their nostrils flare or the size of their bridge, these are the persons who would get rhinoplasty. But even though the nose is a very small area on the body, it is very complex, and hence the surgery for that area costs a pretty penny at just under $8,000 US. So if you want to change mommy and daddy genes as it relates to your nose, it's going to cost you approximately $8,000 US. So you can decide if that is too much money, or you just live with the nose. Remember that you need your nose for basic functionality, inhaling and exhaling, and a lot of persons don't know that you only breathe through one of your nostrils at a time. So we generally think that you exhale and inhale through both nostrils. You don't. You breathe through one nostril at a time, and you can simply do a test to find out. Just put your hand, or a finger rather, over one nostril and inhale and exhale, and you'll see that they work together. So one work, one rest, and so forth and so on. So you want to be very careful if you're thinking about operating in such a sensitive area, because if anything collapses inside of your nose, that's it for your breathing, and you might have to go in and do another surgery to correct that and breathe through your mouth in the meantime. So that's how much a rhinoplasty will cost you. The fourth procedure is an abdominoplasty, which is also known as a tummy tuck. Now, I'm sure some of you are probably wondering if a tummy tuck and abdominal liposuction are not one of the same. The main difference between an abdominoplasty and liposuction is that excess fat and skin is removed in the abdominoplasty, whereas with liposuction, just the excess fat is removed, and that can be a more minimally invasive procedure, as it can use laparoscopic technology, as opposed to an abdominoplasty where you get a cut from the left to the right side of your abdomen, the lower part of your abdomen, close to your groin area, below the belly button, obviously. So it can cost approximately $9,000 US, and this surgery has a high risk of complication because obviously it's a big open wound, and there is increased risk of infection if the wound care after surgery is not up to standard. Fifth and finally is buttocks augmentation, more popularly called BBL, which means Brazilian butt lift. Now, this surgery has one of the highest risk of complication, and more persons have died from this surgery than most other plastic surgeries. The reason is because you can't sit on your butt for 3 months after having plastic surgery. I personally, if this is one surgery that I wouldn't do, it would be this one, because where am I going to sit on? So you literally have to be lying on your stomach for 3 months or standing. So I would suggest also that if you're planning to do a Brazilian butt lift, that you do it in the country that you live in. Reason being, how are you going to fly post-op after your surgery to wherever you live? How are you going to get there when you are required to sit on aircrafts? I don't know that you can stand unless it's some medical aircraft or something that you're planning to use. Generally, it costs between $4,500 US and $10,000 US. And of course, you know that the price can vary, whether higher or lower, depending on the region that you choose to do surgery in and the plastic surgeon that you're using. An additional recommendation is that you use a board certified plastic surgeon. A lot of medical doctors are performing surgeries that is not necessarily their forte, and they do not have the wealth of experience that you'd want someone to have if they're going to operate on you in such an invasive way, in a way that can really change your life. Remember that a lot of persons have died post-op They have died in the hospital. Some of them have died during surgery. Some of them have died after surgery. And some of them are now suffering from the effects of plastic surgery. So choose. Do you prefer to have a flat butt or be in pain for the rest of your life? And that's just one of the better options. I was going to say something a tad bit more dramatic, but I decided to go with that one. So think about all the pros and cons before you do plastic surgery. Additionally, have you ever done plastic surgery? If you have, tell me in the comment section. Tell me which procedure it was and tell me what's your experience. Remember to sound off in the comment section. Let me know if you like the video by clicking the like button. Comment if you have not done so already, and subscribe to become a part of the Future Millionaire family. If you would like to do plastic surgery, tell me which procedure you'd like to do in the comment section, and tell me about things like regions that you'd prefer to do it and so on. If you think it's too expensive, tell me also. Remember, all things finances we discuss here. So until next time, Future Millionaire, stay financially literate.